Music can make or break a sci-fi world like Tron. Today we're going to dive into Tron Ares and ask the question, does its soundtrack truly live up to legacies set by Daft Punk? So Tron isn't just about cool visuals or virtual worlds. The sound is very essential to its architecture. Daft Punk's score in Tron Legacy didn't just kind of fit the film, it was considered one of the top soundtracks of all time. There's a bunch of arpeggios, big synth chords, emotional strings. It really told the audience what the grid feels like. It makes you feel like you're in the computer. So music is so important in the Tron series. Now, this is what the burden of the composers for Tron Ares had to kind of live up to. And they had to respect kind of the DNA of the Tron series while bringing their own interpretation, their own kind of tone to it. And the music was made by 9 Inch Nails this time because unfortunately Daft Punk did retire. So let's see what Daft Punk did very well. They merged orchestral elements and synths so well that it doesn't really feel like it's a synth string, but kind of a hybrid of both that is mixed together and just blended very well. So their score is basically kind of what Tron's musical identity is now because of Daft Punk. Not so much the original Tron, but because of Daft Punk, that's kind of what Tron's identity is now. So any successor has to kind of match that identity. Not so much copy and paste, but they had to have the same feeling and tone. A great example of this is Joseph Trapanese. He made the Tron Uprising music, and he kept that grid atmosphere alive while adding his own kind of, different themes for different villains and heroes. And it's so good the way he used Daft Punk's synths and kind of evolved and maintained it for Uprising and used it in his own way. So now let's talk about Tron Ares and what they did differently. So 9 Inch Nails was the band that made the music for this, led by Trent Reznor. So the creative team in this movie had a very tall order to fulfill. They had to pay homage, but they were charting in new territory. The movie itself feels different than Legacy. So Legacy was like a symphony in a digital age, but Ares is more heavy on the edgier electronic side, more aggressive and darker atmosphere. And so in this music you'll hear more distortion, percussive synths, and sometimes industrial shades, probably to match a more darker, intense narrative. But they still drop in some orchestral swells, cinematic transitions, and emotional cues, when the story demands it. So it's not abandoning the old kind of DNA, but reinterpreting it in a more aggressive way. And that's what 9 Inch Nails does very well in this movie, and it fits so well. It fits the movie very good, especially the tone they wanted to kind of show you in this movie. So in Ares there's some big action set pieces, sometimes that surpass Legacy in just pure raw energy and emotion. The percussions are hitting harder, the synths are more aggressive, and the transitions are quicker. While in Legacy, sometimes Daft Punk gives you room to think, quiet, more, breakdown before the storm. But in Aries, it's just all gas, no brakes, and it sometimes does flatten emotional tension. I feel like this movie, that's kind of, they were like go, 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 boom, heavy metal. That's what this movie felt more. There is some emotional moments where the characters face emotional or moral stakes, and this is sometimes where Nine Inch Nails did very, very well. Now, there weren't a lot of moments like this, but when it did happen, it worked so well. The music just made the scene so much better, and it's actually one of my favorite pieces of the soundtrack. But again, Aries kind of doesn't do this a lot. Legacy does this better. There's moments where you should feel connection to the characters or loss, but Aries kind of stays in the present moment, and so the music doesn't let you breathe. It's just kind of like you're in the moment, and then it just moves on. So how the music fits the world building and atmosphere. So Tron Legacy was painting the kind of sound because you're in a digital world, so like reverb and space, synths. Aries does lean more into the real world, so it's going to be more tighter, maybe claustrophobic in a sense, definitely more especially in Aries grid, it's more harsher, more constrained. It feels more tougher, like industrial, and that's what they did very well to show in this movie. They made those hard synths very well. So why does Tron music in general, specifically the Aries soundtrack, matter? So some might dismiss Aries music as not Daft Punk enough, but I would have to disagree. Tron always sounded like Legacy's score, but Aries pushed for more darker, more aggressive, and I think it's intentional because this movie feels like that. It fits the movie so well. The music fits perfectly. And I think it's just exactly what the director wanted, I feel like. And Nine Inch Nails did very well in giving that darker, edgier, punchier feel. So is Tron Aries music good? Yes, it's very good. Is it as good as Daft Punk's music? I can't say no, but I can't say yes either, because the music fits the movie very well. It fits the Tron franchise as a new feeling. I can't say if it's better than Daft Punk's. But in my opinion, I do love Daft Punk's better. That's my take. What did you think if you watched the movie? Does Tron Aries nail it? Or does it drop the disc? Drop a comment with your favorite Aries or Legacy track. Hit that like if you don't want to get derezzed. And don't forget to subscribe.